Hey, lovely people of YouTube! Welcome to the stream. I'm as always Meow, and we are doing Eagle Strikes. Or Eagle's Strike, I keep confusing it. I hope you are all doing well this evening, or whatever time of the day it might be your way. But tonight we are doing a scenario, to begin with, we're doing a scenario called So This Is Hell, if it wasn't immediately obvious from the thumbnail. So, it is June 6, 1944, Fox Green, Omaha Beach, 0800 hours. So from the designer notes, to quote George Patton, they concentrate too much on terrain and not enough on killing the enemy. As the commander, you must climb the bluffs, remove the barbed wire, then suppress and destroy the enemy. Indeed, indeed. So of course, from hints, we should be using our bungalows and satchels to blow the wire, and yada yada yada, we kind of know this already. So historical background is what we are here for, of course. So landings commenced at Omaha Beach at 06:30 hours. They came up against strong ocean currents, which led to landing craft being, in some cases, 1,000 yards from their objective. Despite intense bombardment, little damage was done to enemies' defenses. The landing craft came under heavy fire, decimating a lot of companies. Company L of the 116th RCT, I believe it's something to do Regimental Combat Group or something to that effect. Basically, 116th Infantry. Landed intact and had its full complement of men. Lieutenant Robert Cutler had taken command after the company commander was killed. Companies Lima's, is it Lima? Love, I can't remember what they used in World War II for that. Objective was Fox Green, and they were to assault and reduce the strong points. Company Mike, which had lost some men, was to assist. Fire support came from the 2 destroyers and a token bombardment by a cruiser. And here we are. Here we are indeed. So, we shall be playing as Americans, going up against the Germans. Support exists, and we are limited to smoke limit of 23. Very, very good. Let us have a quick look, first of all, at victory objectives. So, we need to secure 15 points to achieve major victory. Doesn't seem too bad, actually, which is very, very surprising to me, considering yesterday's mission, where we had to achieve 65 points to achieve major victory, and was it 35 or 40 points to achieve minor victory? It was pretty steep, especially considering that there was only one objective available for grabs, while here we have 5. So, actually, more importantly, and I should have kind of looked at that, is minor defeat. So minor defeat is minus 15. So if we get minus 14, we will get a draw. Hey Bill, how you doing, buddy? Hope your day is going well. But yes, so minus 14, of course, this is not what we are aiming for. We're aiming for at least 5, and of course, preferably 15. So, do we have any scheduled reinforcements? I would assume so, yes. Oh, right in the middle. Right, okay, that's bizarre, but I will not argue with that. So, what do we have? We have, looks like a whole squad with a sergeant appearing there. We have 2 squads appearing there, and this is at 08:10 hours. So we would actually have quite a lot. We have supports, we have squads, we have teams, wow. And they are all appearing kind of in the center here, so this is very interesting to me. Of course, right now it's 0800, and we do have 5-minute increments. So each turn is 5 minutes, and we have 15 turns to do it. So on the second turn, we will have reinforcements. Bill says, yes, they will help. They most certainly will. They most certainly will. So let us have a quick look here, and I do apologize, I have forgotten to get my finger painting software up and running, so I shall do that now. But let us get kind of an idea of what is happening here first. Right, let's get this sorted. I do apologize. Let's get this sorted also. Right. Professionalism. That is what it is all about. And of course, we're nothing but. Right. Give me a wee second to get these things set up. Right. Let's do a quick... Oops. Professionalism. Right, let's do a quick test. Let's move this out of the way. And of course, get this on top. Do we see this? Do we see this? Yes, we do. Perfect. Okay. Now, apologies for that. We can move forward, or commence moving forward. So, what do we have in terms of men to begin with? We have Second Lieutenant Wilder from the Engineering 4th Platoon of 116th RCT Engineers. Right, he is leading a 3rd squad. I cannot speak tonight. He's leading a 3rd squad of 12 men, having flamethrowers, satchel charges, and bangalores. Of course, would come in very, very handy once we are trying to take out these obstacles. We also have Second Lieutenant Thomas, otherwise known as Thomas, and he is leading... oh no, that's him. Interestingly enough, his whole stack, so he is leading 3 squads. Or is it 4? Well, he is actually leading a whole platoon that has 2 support fire teams, so a bazooka team and a 30 cal medium machine gun, and 3 squads. We also have Second Lieutenant Smith leading, well, having a walkie-talkie, so that is good, and leading 12 men with just standard equipment, and Second Lieutenant Jones there as well. Actually, and they are kind of split between the stacks, so we need to keep an eye on that. This tends to get messy if you don't keep an eye on this. We have learned that the best thing to do is to keep our men nice and close together so that they benefit from the leadership bonuses and can be rallied at a moment's notice. So, and yes, so we have the support. We are able to call the support with the First Lieutenant Collier, or is it Cutler? It is Cutler. Bloody hell. Right, and of course a 30 cal medium machine gun, and finally we have a huge stack here. Oh my god, wow. Everybody and their grandma in here. That is kind of dangerous, so I'm hoping there is no eyes to this stack. No, there is no eyes from the enemy unless the enemy is sitting nicely there. Right, but what do we have here? So we have 12, 12, 12. We have 4 squads. 5 squads of just normal infantry squads. We have 2 bazooka fire teams. We have 9-man mortar section with 3 mortars, 3 tubes, which is really nice. Usually it's just 1 tube. We have an HMG squad with 50 cal. We have another 3 tube mortar section. We have 3 of those. Bloody hell, 4 of those. Wow. And we have a Second Lieutenant Thomas yet again, with a satchel charge and a handy talkie or walkie-talkie. basically he can call the artillery, the off-map support. So this is a crazy amount of, absolutely insane amount of men in one hex. We need to be very, very careful about that. So from our men, only this section, or this squad, if you're talking American, has eyes on, well, some bicycles. I assume that we see the bicycles, but the Germans are hiding in the bluffs. So let's discuss our approach to this mission. Can we zoom in? Should we zoom in? Actually, to get a bit of a better idea of topography of this, you can see that we are gonna be climbing a hill over here, and there is quite a steep hill in the escarpment to begin with, and it kind of gently falls off to the east. So one avenue of approach could be from the gentler slopes, of course, but we shall think on it now. So given the men we have, and given what we know, so let's have a look at actual terrain. These are 3 grappling positions, but not this. And we have a escarpment to the front, cliff to the northwest. Here we have cliffs everywhere to north and northwest. So these 3 hexes can only advance north if they grapple up, basically expending all of their movement points. I suppose the first thing to note, and let us disable the visuals, or the vision. The first thing to note is this: that if we don't want to get pinned, this needs to be eradicated. This needs to be removed. So thankfully we do not need to remove all of it. We just need to create lanes of advance, right? So what does that mean? Well, I feel like seeing how these 3 positions are supplied with pre-grappled escarpment or pre-grappled cliff, what they will do is they will try and advance over here while annihilating these 3 obstacles, in effect creating a lane of advance 3 hexes wide. That should be wide enough for us to move forward. In saying that, we need to consider a couple of things. We know that we will be getting reinforcements in this area. Natural way to advance would either try and use the path to get us into the woods, which would be stupid for the Germans not to be there. Let's put it that way, right? So they would be crawling with Germans. Or move up this way. And of course, we do notice that this area is also obstacled. Now, going back to the vision side of things, we can safely say that we do not know what is, if I can move here, what is in here at all. There could be lines and lines and lines, or rows even, or columns even, of obstacles. We simply do not know that. But we have to keep our fingers crossed and hope. So I think this would be a natural way to approach this, and let's remove that, is to take the higher ground, to move up here, here, and here, and then move sideways to take the objectives, like so. That accomplishes two things for us. The first thing that would accomplish is we are, of course, using the lanes of advance that we have created, but we should have very good lines of sight. So from here on, you can see that the lines of sight are pretty good all the way down. That means that we are exposed. There is smoke for that. But what it also means is that we should be able to also establish our FSG groups, fire support groups, to sit and start engaging dug-in enemy positions, because they're bound to be dug-in enemy positions. Moving up on the high ground also would allow us to move from the higher elevation to the lower elevation, right? What that does is when we are assaulting positions, and we will be assaulting positions because this game emphasizes the assault, right? The shooting is there to soften up the enemy, to disrupt them, pin them, and, well, disorganize them if you're extremely lucky. But at the end of the day, how you take a place is to assault it. You cannot eradicate full squads without this. And assaulting from higher ground into the lower ground, of course, is beneficial to us. We get bonuses from that instead of maluses trying to go up the hill on the assault if we move this way. So that is our plan. Over here, I think we will split our forces when we receive reinforcements, and we shall send some men up into the forest while others will try and advance and take this objective there. This is the plan. As we know, it does not survive the contact with the enemy. So, let us proceed forward. First things first, who has Bangalores? Well, we have them here, so let us have a quick look at what can be done. So, Bill says, just an update on leaders. When an officer fails their command test, will have their name displayed in yellow text in the unit list. Otherwise, their name is displayed in white text. Absolutely, yes. And we can actually see that here. We have Second Lieutenant Wilder, who is in white, but Second Lieutenant Smith, we can see that he is in yellow. So this is akin if you have played Panzer campaigns or modern campaigns, akin to being out of HQ supply, right? Similar to. What that means to our men, of course, is that each leader, and let us have a look, for example, we'll take Second Lieutenant Smith. You see the hexes around him are highlighted. So he exerts his leadership around them. So anybody within those hexes would have a higher chance of regaining their composure. For example, if they're pinned, they have a higher chance of going disordered, and if they're disordered, higher chance in rallying completely. If they are yellow, that of course is affected. So if they are white, they have full ability to do so. I'm actually thinking, we do not seem to be, no, we do have a first lieutenant, and let us have a look at his range. So, our first lieutenant Cutler is in the overall command right now, and as you can see, his command range is quite far. So if we keep our second lieutenants within Cutler's command range, and of course try and keep the men within his command range as well, we should have a better time not getting pinned and trying to advance forward. With that sidetrack out of the way, hey, let us have a look. So we have a Bangalore available here. We have no Bangalores here. We have no Bangalores here either. We do have 2 satchel charges, so we might need to use 1 to proceed. And do we have any Bangalores? I don't think so. No, we do have 1 satchel charge, so it's almost like it's saying, blow me right now, because you need to advance forward. So first things first. Well, actually, before we do first things first, let's have a look at what is available to us in terms of support. We have... Right, so this looks like this is a cruiser, and these 4 turrets, so these are 5-inch guns, while this is an 8-inch gun, would be the destroyers. They are 2 guns each, apart from the 8-inch guns, which are 4 guns. What that means is they're gonna be 4 shots for these, and 2 shots for the destroyer weapons. Now, destroyer weapons, we have 6 missions, fire missions each, while the cruiser 8-inch gun would only have 2 fire missions. Furthermore, the delay for the destroyers is minimum 2, maximum 3, and for the cruiser, minimum 4, maximum 5. So it's not like we're gonna call on support and it's there available immediately. So we are calling on support, because the earliest it will arrive is with our reinforcements showing up here. So our support is now called, and now we can concentrate on a more important matters. And actually, before we proceed, right, select single use is deselected, which is fantastic. And we shall be using, well, actually, can we just do that? Yes. So let us use the Bangalore here first to remove this. So this is a cliff, so this unit cannot, unfortunately, advance up. However, we have a few other units. Yeah, definitely no Bangalores there, right. So what we will do is we shall be using a satchel charge forward. And somebody shot. Man, I am disgusted with you. I am absolutely disgusted with you. You were selected, right, okay. And over here, this is kind of our support stack, more or less. So we shall find that satchel charge. And this man is gonna be the only one using it. Fantastic. Right. So. We can now climb up. So climbing up uses 24 movement points. As you can see, everybody is at the 0. And that is why I was so disappointed with these men here. They are indeed inexperienced and green. I'm just using an excuse for me to have misclicked. Yes. Right, let's move up here. And again, we do not have great line of sight, but we might be shot from there, so that is something to bear in mind. On a positive note, we know that there are no obstacles here, so that is something that is really, really good. Over here, I believe that is perfection. Okay. And yes, we will need to go to ground. even they will need to go to ground, right? Okay. I am thinking that maybe clearing another lane to advance through might be a good idea here. We do have a Bangalore. But you know what? No. We will not do that. What we shall do is we're gonna preserve this unit. Like so. Moving out of sight. And if we do need to blow it, we'll move in and blow it next turn. For now though, I think we are all good here. So this is hell. Let's save it as such. There we go. And we have Germans advancing already. And you might have heard a nice sound of the bicycles being used. This was actually much more common during the World War II than people give it credit for. Especially early war, there were a lot of bicycles being used. So, what do we want to do? We have decent eyes from here, but we probably want to move in there because A, it's cratered. So while cratered slows us down, what it also does for us is it provides a modicum of protection in, if I'm not mistaken, it provides us protection of 2. So let us do so. We just lost our leader, unfortunately. And this is from the IG-18 75mm infantry gun. Very interesting. I do not actually know what that gun is. Well, it's a towed weapon, but I reckon we want to take it out. Right? We definitely want to take it out. So, over here. So we know that there are no obstacles here. That is good. But we shall be saving our Bangalore, maybe assaulting that gun. Maybe. Over here, we do not want everyone to move up because... Or do we? Two men only. 2 men only. How about this? Yes, this I think would be the way to go. This shall be our... well... this is really the fire support group, but they have bars... Okay. Here is what we will be doing. We shall take our bazookas. We shall take our mortars. And an HMG. And more mortars. And even more mortars. And you know what? Thomas can also assist. So that's a lot of men that are gonna be shooting. I would also like for the sniper rifle to shoot. And for this sniper rifle to shoot. And actually, now that I think about it, Thomas is the only leader in this. So Second Lieutenant Thomas, unlike the Thomas in a different squad, of course. So he will be moving up with the assaults kind of element. While our fire support group shall try and suppress the crap out of the enemy. And yes, we're pinned and disrupted. That is all fine. So, one thing that has been brought to my attention earlier today, thank you, Bill, is that... Let us actually... No, we'll come back to that. We'll demonstrate it a little bit later. We'll demonstrate it a little bit later when there is a little bit more space for the shots to fly. But basically the tracers that represents the shots actually tells you how powerful the attack is. So that is something to kind of bear in mind. Now, of course, we have a few men that are already disrupted, which is annoying. So, nope. Nope, nope. Nope, nope. 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 Why haven't you fired? Oh, is that because you are... No. They are within the... Right. Okay. So the reason they haven't fired is due to the enemy being within the minimum range, which is fine. We shall, in that case, endeavor to do this. Might be wildly inaccurate, but you know what? We just killed a man. Ah, perfect. Spot on. Spot on. Right, okay, let's deselect that. Let us try and rally.
Move it. Come on.
That was not to be, which is totally fine. All that means is that these pinned men are just turned into our support element. However, these men are gonna move forward. Not these. So I think this is 2 squads. Yep. Of course, movement allowance succeeded because they are disrupted. In that case, this is also a fire support group. And then... I see. I see what's going on. Who else is selected? Come on. Actually, we might have been able to move up with other squads as well, but it is what it is, right? This is what's happening right now. Okay. Over here, I feel like we are fine to just support. And just annihilate him. Why not? Alrighty. These men can finally move up here. We are good here, we're good here, and we are definitely good here, so... Right. Everyone is on the ground, and we can proceed to the next turn. But what I do want to do is speed it up a little bit. Speed it up a little bit. Okay. Reinforcements have arrived. Excellent. I'm going to post some info on-call-in artillery. Yeah, sure, go ahead, Bill. Go ahead. I'm sure that the viewers would appreciate that. Do it. Do it now. So. 116th L Company. Weapons platoon, 2nd platoon, right. So you can... That's weapons platoon, so... And you are... Yeah, you should be able to rally them up. There we go. So... This weapon is a problem. What we will do is we shall take our mortars. Like so. And we will go to the command and we will select load. And we shall be dropping some smoke. And the reason for that is we want to obscure its line of sight. So let's do so. We don't have line of sight ourselves, so this might be a little bit tricky. Right. We shall be rectifying that pretty soon. We need to get here really. To obscure line of sight. Right, okay. I almost want to move into the trench. I think this would be the way to go for us. So, you cannot move. But you can, so... It's the other way around. There we go. So we move off, kind of freeing up this hex a little bit. Over here, no mortars, right. We have run over a mine, which is fine. Okay, and let's get this rallied.
Move it.
If we can.
Forward.
We cannot. So in that case... Actually, let's just deselect him. And let's deselect him. And let's deselect him. And move the rest of the men up. Blowing ourselves up on a mine. Of course. Of course. Right. And more importantly, though, we are moving up, so the main thing here is to move up. So now that we see the trench system, and the good thing here is that this smoke is obscuring our advancing platoons on the high ground. So the main thing is to push through, occupy the trenches, and try and suppress this gun. That is where we are at right now. So let us actually try and suppress the gun as much as we can. Okay. Before we decide what to do with this, whether we want to clear this lane or not, let us get to the arrived units and place all. And all of a sudden we see there are barriers. So barriers don't actually matter to us. Barriers are more for vehicles. The vehicles cannot enter barrier hexes. But obstacles are a big issue for us. So, let's have a quick look at what are we dealing with here. So we're led by 2nd Lieutenant French, or at least this platoon is. 12 men, 12 men, 24 men. That's a proper full platoon. And here we have Sergeant Lewis with 12 men, and then an unattached HMG squad. So, Bill says quality F. I assume Bill refers to the quality of the officer that is calling in off-map artillery support. Results in a widest possible dispersion of 0 to 5 hexes, decreasing with quality 0 to 4 at E, 0 to 3 at D, etc. to no dispersion at level A. And this is, of course, also complemented by the initial scatter, but I believe Bill will be posting things to that effect in a moment. So, let us have a look. There we go. If there is no line of sight from the leader or vehicle to the target hex, then the potential scatter distance is increased by an additional 5 hexes. So if you have no line of sight, you might be in for a very wide dispersion of rounds, potentially hitting your own men. Which ain't good, let me tell you. Now, we have Bangalores here, so we need to get these men up ASAP. And these men are the only men with Bangalores, so they need to be shifted across and clear these 2 lanes of advance for us. So they shall do so right now. Actually. And take damage and go to ground. Over here should be able to advance without too many issues. Actually, this is perfect. Alright, and here... Let's try and suppress them. Perfect. And we have nobody else to shoot, so we can move. Yeah, not ideal. Right, okay. We'll be hiding from the line of sight there. Most importantly, this Sergeant Lewis has the radio, and we should be able to start applying that arty next turn. Bill says this applies to off-board artillery. Yes, indeed. So the normal mortars do not function that way, because you do not need to call in normal mortars with your leaders. But I believe we are done here. We are pinned, and we're not gonna shoot. We are not quite done here. We shall move up, risking it a little bit, but I think that is worth it, right? And now, next turn. We are losing a lot of men, let me tell you. Well, what you mightn't have noticed, Bill, is that the RT has been called, but it hasn't arrived yet, so it should be arriving this coming turn. There we go, support available. So, first things first. Of course, we only... I don't know what happened there. Actually, I might have missed the support. Oh, perfect. 2 direct hits on man, but they are not pinned, or, well, they only have 2 men now, starting with 4. So that is quite good, that is quite handy. Right, perfect. Let us start rallying our men. Over here, we have lost the Bangalore, which is not good, but. Let us try and suppress people. Yeah. Right, and over here, we'll move up. Go to ground. Okay. We now know that there are men there. And oh my god, we have just run into a hell of a trouble. So this is the flak AA gun, which is awful piece of equipment that would shred our men. However, we have no choice but to move forward. Yeah, we have lost an entire squad to it. Like, let's face it, this is not good. Now, do we...
Come on.
Yes, we can rally people, which is good. Bicycles and all that fun stuff. So, just making sure that RT is cold. And what we will do is we shall try and advance into the trenches. And yes, we lost a man, but that is definitely acceptable losses, unlike that squad over there. So... Bill says, we'll be away for a bit. Good luck till I get back. Thanks, man. And yeah, appreciate you posting things into the chat, because that is definitely helpful for people. But yeah, have a good time, whatever you're going to be doing. Hope to see you back before the end of the stream. If you are able, of course. So, right. We shall be unselecting these units. And getting up with the rest. And maybe we shouldn't have gotten up because we are not able to move forward now. Maybe like so. Nope, still not able to move forward. Oh dear, oh dear. Well, in that case, how about we select everyone? Actually, we will... Okay, this is actually perfect positioning, so... Nope. We had to check our load, and we didn't. Can we actually change it now? We are not able to do so. Oh dear, right, well... maybe select the men? There we go, we are able to do so. Okay, so... let's try it again. Okay, perfect. Not really perfect, but it is okay. Oh, don't tell me we just lost a... Yep. We just lost a commander. Well, and we are pinned. Okay, everybody go to ground. And what we'll do is this, we're gonna try and suppress the man there, and maybe even annihilate him, because this is a specialist team with LMGs, sniper rifle, grenade support, and Panzerfaust, so... Now we shall do that. Over here... I feel like we really need to move forward. But maybe... just maybe... yeah, maybe that wasn't a good idea. Ah well, right. We do have 2 men here, so... Pinned. Who is pinned? We have L Company, 2nd Platoon, 1st Squad. 4th Platoon, right. How about you move there? Ah, 16. Right, you move there in that case. And we'll try and rally your men. Anybody else? Nope. Okay, right. Let's go! That field gun needs to be taken out. This is a pain. I mean, so is this AA gun, but it's just spreading the love. Giving it to everyone. We are losing a lot of men, but on a positive note, we also have quite a few tricks up our sleeves, so let's do this. Okay, and let's do, well. Let's do this. Sounded like something blew up, something out of sight. I kind of like the sound of that. I like the sound of that a lot.
Forward.
So...
Move it.
Oh, we have rallied them already, right? Never mind. So let us try and move forward. We probably can't, no. What we can do, though, is this over here. Right, so here is the plan. They have mortars at the back, so we're gonna advance, take this objective, and then try and assault in. So they are on the ground, but otherwise unharmed. So let's do this. And we're gonna go down on the ground. There we go. Ever so slowly moving up.
Come on.
Come on. And so, these will remain. These will remain. But yes, I think these will move forward. Just providing a little bit of suppression there, even though that looks like this is now empty. I should be paying a little bit more attention, but whatever the case is, right? Okay, right, that's fine. So what we would also like to do is this. We shall be picking this up. Oh, he already carrying 2 satchels, right? Well, in that case, these men will pick them up later on. Right, that's fine. That's fine. I feel like this is not fine at all. So here is what's gonna happen. Yes. You are gonna pick up a Bangalore. That's the wrong button. Loading requirements exceed... Oh, because he already has walkie-talkie. God damn it. Fine. Pick up a Bangalore. There we go. Was it worth it? No, not at all, because you lost the man who was picking up the Bangalore. Seriously, is this like, do not touch that goddamn Bangalore? Right. Actually, you go to ground.
Forward.
Rally him up. Finally. That, of course, exceeds our movement, and... well, that was a very... I'll be nice to myself, suboptimal way of doing things, right? I will not say stupid, even though it was. Most importantly, we are clearing pathway here, and we will be moving up. We will be moving up, right? Over here, so actually, let's do this. Carbine, M1, yada yada, right. Of course, they will disrupt the men that are about to assault. So, they will assault first, do nothing, and they will assault second, and lose a lot of men, but take out 1 AA gun, which is good. I made a mistake. I should have moved up here, but nah, it is what it is. Right, okay. Over yonder, he is good. He is also good. And he can do this. Right, we are ready to move up here. That's a lot of men. God damn. That is a lot of men there. I feel like Germans also have some reinforcements. We are losing a lot of men here. Well, but support is available, so let us yeah, we have line of sight there, right? Let's shell our own men, I suppose, is the motto here. Oh, beautiful. If only this would have done something, right? Well, 4 tubes now. Oh, it definitely works really well on our guys. Right, okay, right. So we need to support our assaulting men. And we need to support them with a bazooka team. So let's actually... Second Lieutenant Thomas. Well, everybody else, let's move them up. Exceed maximum stacking, right? Okay, in that case. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everybody else will remain. Get up. And move. And move. And move whoever can, but they can't. Yeah, right. Well. On the ground already. You are gonna all go down. Exceeds maximum stacking. How many men do we have here? Right, in that case, you move out. Start putting down some fire. Seriously? Right. You move out as well. Get some fire down there. Still exceeding stacking limits, right. You move out if you can. Fine. Okay. Okay. Right, we shall remain standing in that case. Because... well, it doesn't say that there is a cliff, so... But it's going 20 meters up, right? Okay, that's why. That is why it's 20 meters higher. So this is elevated at 50 meters, while this is elevated at 30 meters. On a positive note, we are moving up men here, so that isn't as bad as it seems. Yes, okay. What do we have here? You shall be picking this up. Yes, indeed. Can you also move afterwards? You cannot. So you're gonna stay put, but you, man... You're really the only person that needs to move, to be fair. But not yet. So in that case, right. We're just gonna be hitting that overstocked hex. Because they have a lot of men there. And that is good to suppress. Ay. We have made a huge mistake here. That's because he has called Artie in. Lieutenant. Into the trench we go. Hopefully that should provide at least some protection to us. Now here. Softening up that nice fat stack there. And here we need men to move up. Right. Not ideal.
Move it.
It's very hard for them to actually do anything useful because they're demoralized. But we are trying, and actually we are also succeeding, so now we can take this. And he will move next turn right over here. Disrupted man will not storm there, but they will move up here. And they will shoot. And maybe next turn we can start organizing an assault. Anybody else? I don't think he has... What's his range? Range 4. Yeah, he doesn't have range to anybody. All right. Hey, Grim. How you doing, man? Sorry, I didn't see your message there for a little while. I'm not sure when you sell greetings, but greetings to you too, sir. And I hope you are having a very lovely day. And if it's your evening, that your day has been fantastic so far. So this is hell indeed. This is the scenario we're playing, and damn, it is tough. Let me tell you.
Move.
Move. So one interesting thing that I have kind of looked up today as well is the different colorations for specialist squads. So, oh, lovely, we are causing some damage. So, for example, the specialist squads have a little ribbon at the bottom left-hand side of their card. And the color of the ribbon actually matters. So, pink, for example, is the LAT. So we're talking about bazooka teams, Panzerfaust teams, things like that. Blue team is MMG or HMG. Ooh, support available. HMGs. And red are mortars. So that at a glance, you can look at the team and say, oh, hold up. Well, there is a bazooka team there, so Panzerfaust in Germans. And looks like there is something blue, so the blue would be an HMG or, well, HMG. So there's the HMG, and there's the Panzerfaust. Just as expected. So you can figure out what teams to attack at a glance. Which is very handy. Which is very, very handy. So, these are fully rallied. So what will happen here is you're gonna get up, gonna move there, and you still have some movement. Gonna attempt to rally the men. And if you can't, you're gonna go down. You are... Probably shouldn't have done that. Over here, we shall be... Over here, we are actually in okay position because only the guns see us, so if we can try and suppress the guns, that might be the best thing for our HMG to do there. And then once the guns are successfully assaulted, we can move up. So, actually, here is what we are going to attempt and do. First, you move up. Excellent. Then, you shoot. And since you cannot assault, you're gonna shoot as well. And not succeed, right. So we are pinned here. But we can move this way. Get up. 1, 2, 3. No 3, okay. Over yonder. Okay. Now, thankfully, this MMG or HMG and mortars can see pretty much everyone. So, what we shall be actively working on, I think... Yeah, we don't really know how many men there are, don't we? Yeah, we'll be actively working on this position here. And there we go. We've taken out 2 men and pinned a whole team. And if we actually look here, we know that their LAT team, so light anti-tank with Panzerfaust 60, only has 4 men left. which is really quite good for us. Meaning we can do something like this. Taking an objective. And you know what? Pushing forward. I wish, right, okay. Oh, yes, well, let's try for a suppression there with no luck, right. Over here, most important thing is to try and suppress the man, if you possibly can. Okay, we will attempt to move up. Okay. Finally, our units, or our leaders, are at a place where they can render assistance, so... And maybe there. Would have been nice to have a suppression going on. So we're disrupted, but, right. And then next turn we can move up here and set up a nice envelopment of this position and attack into it and take that objective. Looking at our information, actually. So we are at minus whatever. We are at minus 15, I would say, roughly, at a minor defeat. But once we take this position, we shall be at a draw already. And actually, we might even get very close to minor victory. Of course, we are aiming for these two positions, but we'll see how that goes, because that would be tough indeed to take. Who else is left? We have men here. They are in a trench. So... you are gonna move up, while you are gonna suppress. And as the only non-disrupted unit, this is the one that we need to suppress. Of course, being disrupted, their shooting is at half strength, which is exactly what we want, really. Over here... there is no chance that they are not gonna be shot at, so let us use our flamethrower to its full effect. And... do something? I don't know what. We do not know if we accomplished anything because they are in improved positions. In the cratered positions, so yeah, we don't have very good eyes there, unfortunately. But not to fear. Let's see what happens next turn. Oh, did I not use my artillery? I think I've forgotten to use my support artillery. Oh well. It's a little bit dangerous to use it now as well.
Okay.
They're doing a very good job at suppressing us. Getting us disrupted and such. I wasn't expecting to cause a lot of casualties here, and I did not, which is fine. So just checking the elevation. It's the same elevation, but what we will do here is we will move up and we will attempt to assault from above. So these men are fine, and let's just take our HMG. Okay, they are pinned, so that is very, very good. Since our men pinned, they are not able to assault. They will try and attack, or shoot. But of course. Fingers crossed, this will work. Kind of. They have one man left, but we are now pinned. That is not good. We shall be very careful here. So we are on the same elevation as their mortar team. Of course, it's not just mortars, they also have men there. But we should be able to press them hard next turn. Okay, over here.
Forward. Forward. Come on.
We are not able to rally everyone. So let's see, is it just mortars that we have here? No. We have a disrupted squad, so that squad will move forward. While the mortars... Yeah, I forgot to call them in. That is on me. Even though right now I'm not sure if calling them in is such a good idea, just because they're so close to our men now that we are at extremely high risk of shelling our own men. Now, 9 men there. You need to be reduced to 7 men, thank you very much, or 8 men. Must have killed somebody here. Yes, we did. Right, 2 men only. And now... Fantastic. Right, okay. 7 men. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Right. Over here. Let us shoot this way. It is not too bad. You men are gonna be ever so slowly moving forward this way, while you are gonna try and unpin our bazooka team. Our HMG. Sure. Actually, no, that's not the best use of HMG. Let's shoot there. And you know what? I know we moved them up a second ago, but this leader is doing okay job, so we're actually gonna move up with our forward assault and gonna try and move up to the assault positions. Shall we? So next turn we can use our satchel charges and bangalores to attempt to reduce them even further. HMG doesn't need to move. And I think they're pinned. So they're disrupted. So let's try and pin them. Probably not the best. He does not have range to anyone. No, he does not. Okay. Over here, we'll attempt not to fire and hope for a rally. Over here, we will fire. Use the flamethrower. Don't know if we've caused any damage, but that as it might be. Over here, right, let's move our leader here. And next turn he can attempt to rally our men. Over here,
Move it.
Finally we got a rally. Should we take a bar or two Garants at 88%? Yeah, two Garants are fine, I think. Can we move up? No, we can't. Right. Ever so slowly, moving forward. And let's see what happens. Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. That is not good. Our presence in the center is actually pretty good. I feel like we have a really good chance of taking the 20-point objective here and possibly 20-point objective there as well. All right. Well, this is still nowhere to be found. Okay. Here we will move up this way in order to attempt the assault up the hill yet again. Next turn. That gun has been causing us so many issues. Over here, they're both pinned. They have 8 men versus 9. Let's do it. Well, they have 7 men versus 9, but that is not doing us anything. And of course, what we can do now is reduce them even further. 5 men now. Perfect. Okay. Here.
Forward.
Attempting an unpin.
Forward. Move it.
Okay. We'll not fire with them attempting a natural rally, but we'll see how that goes. Now we have to be very careful. So we have 81mm mortars. Their range, is it 2 hexes? Possibly? Radius 1 hex, right. So we can shoot this away. Only 4 men left, right. So let's shoot this way. Okay. Over here.
Come on. Move it. Let's go.
Not doing that well, are we? Right, again. Suppression. Yeah, you're fine. You can move there. You are gonna try and whittle them down, because... And actually... what's going on? And them down. We don't even know how many men are there. Right, here.
Forward.
Rally up first and foremost. Then shoot them up. Look at that, fresh team. So light blue, I can't remember what light blue is. Which I should probably look up. Let's look it up. Let's see, so... And of course it's not in the summary info. Well, in that case I won't be searching for it in the manual. But if anybody in the chat knows, do let me know what the light blue represents in terms of what specialist squad it is. So I know that dark blue is the HMGs, pink ones are the LAT, so light anti-tank. In this case would be Panzerfaust, in our case would be bazookas, and reds would be, of course, the mortars. Now, maybe we'll zoom in a little bit. Over yonder, over yonder. So, shoot. Again, we don't know how many men there are, but we have one undisrupted unit that will attempt an assault. At least we know they're demoralized now. That is actually a very good indicator for us. So that is perfect, and we can move up this way. Alright, and who else is left? The pinned man. Well, you can't shoot at anyone. These men. I almost feel like there is no point in going up north, and we should really use the trench system to move up to the center. So let's do that. I feel like the north is about to fall next turn. Over here, though, we only have 8 men left. And whoever had a Bangalore has dropped it. They have 4, 5 men. And they're pinned and we're not. We are on the same elevation, so let us do our assault. Fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted. That's exactly what we needed as well. Well, well, well. We are actually doing quite well. Let's see if we are at minor victory. So we just need to capture this objective, and I think we will be golden after that. So here they're moving up. This is moving up as well. Yeah, we are slowly getting there. And we have 6 turns left, so I think we'll manage.
Submit.
Oh, wonderful. It's always nice to see when our shooting actually gets somebody. Support's available. Okay. Supports are available indeed. I gotta say, let's use this man for calling in a support. Maybe here. Maybe here. Yeah, no, this is too dangerous. This is way too dangerous. We're not gonna be doing our off-map artillery. We're just way too close to the action ourselves. And the chance of taking out our own men is just disproportionately high. So we have an enemy, a maybe Oberlieutenant or a Hauptmann, so a captain or a first lieutenant if you're speaking American. If you're speaking English, it's just a normal lieutenant. So, right, let's attack him and take him out. Because that is what we do. Over here, we're gonna be... Right, so first things first, you're gonna move up here. Gonna try, well, you're gonna do nothing. So... Nope. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay. So we've captured a 10-point objective. Oh wow, there was somebody there we didn't see and we kinda assaulted into them. So there are X-Men there, they're pinned. We're pinned as well. So let us do this then. And attempt to rally. Unable, that's fine. Exchange of pleasantries. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right. Over here, they are pinned, so we'll just assault. Nope. The other two. They are demoralized, but... Okay. Attack. There we go. We have taken it. Can we attack down? No. Actually, can we attack down? No, we can't. And now we can take them apart at our leisure. Over here.
Let's go.
We have finally rallied, which is fantastic. So, and we can shoot. Well, we can shoot there, right? Excellent. Over here, more rallies if we can. Do we not have... Oh, because he called the support, right? He cannot rally anybody anymore. Basically, we're shooting there because we know there are some men there. We don't know how many. And it has a nice effect on everybody in the area as well. And look at that, we have eliminated them. Or... I think we did. Pretty sure. Right, okay. Anybody else? Of course, our HMGs need to speak and move forward. You know what? He will not do anything, and you, First Lieutenant Cutler, he's in overall command right now, is gonna move up. The men here are also gonna move up, because we are now trying to funnel our men here to put a pressure and annihilate the remains of Germans. What do we have here? We're not gonna move, we're not gonna do anything because we want a natural regaining of morale. If we can manage it, that is. Wow, that unit is kind of trapped, I gotta say. Support available. Well, we're not gonna use support. It's too dangerous for us now. What we will do, though, we will use our HMGs. We shall be using our men to... There we go. Oh no, they just... I thought we wrecked them. They just turned our way. That is okay. Well, if they don't want to die this way, they will die this way. And that should be fine, but I can't help but notice that there are some motorcycles there. Are they the ones that have actually pinned our men? I think they are. Oh dear, right, well. We need to get somebody to take those motorcycles out, so let's move. Over here. Now. On the ground we go. Okay, and let's put a few shots downrange. So here we are pretty exhausted here ourselves, but
move it.
Let's try and rally them up.
Come
if
on.
we can, we cannot. What about here?
Move it. Forward.
There we go. And what we can do is this. Shoot with all our might and get demoralized. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. That is perfect. And I think here we can move up. Threatening to get in there. They are on a hill, though. So they're elevation 40, and we are 10 meters down. It's gonna be very hard for us to attack uphill. So the best probably bet would be to assault this area here that we do not know who is there. We know that there are some men because we tried to move in and we got pinned as a result. But we don't actually see them. And we're pinned here, we're pinned here. So I think... Oh yeah, we can start moving him up as well. Yes, well... No, you will try to naturally regain your composure, so... Right, I am pretty sure we are... Yeah, we have major victory. Total points 50, so we are pretty safe, but... What we're gonna try and do is... Actually, we can move up here now. We're gonna try and annihilate the last vestiges of Germans from this part of the Omaha Beach. Yes, well, support is available. And actually, you know what? We'll move up. Here, we shall be moving up there. Over here, we can just shoot at them. If only we could see that way. That would be perfect. So for now, our mortars would have to suffice with demoralizing these men. There we go. What do we have here? We have a close specialist, maybe MP40s on the bikes. We should still be able to assault in and take them out, though. We have 3 turns to do that in, so that's perfect. Let's move up here. Right, as I was hoping, they have naturally undisrupted themselves. So that is good. It would have been nice if this worked. Right, over here.
Let's go.
Oh, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Right, actually, can you move on here? No, you cannot. So, you... Well, actually, all of you can move up here. And next turn, you're gonna try and rally your men there. Over here, we'll just shoot. Okay. So they have also rallied. Fantastic. Actually, let's see. We can attempt to shoot that away. We'll just be making our way there. Over here. We know that they're in the trench, but because of the letter I there, but we do want to kind of demoralize them, so... Oh yes, a lieutenant. First Lieutenant Cutler, so let's do this, because that's all we can do. And over here, I feel like if we move up we can attempt to throw stuff over next turn. Oh, whoa. That's a lot of men up there. Are they just getting reinforcements? Wow. I feel like they're just getting reinforcements there, or they're pulling up men from the reserves from here. I mean, thankfully we kind of have this more or less locked down.
Forward. Move it. Come on.
Come on. Right, that's perfect. So, yes, this will happen. Maybe this will happen. Perfect. Okay. That is a huge boon for us. Excellent. Over here, we do not have men to assault up the bluff. Yeah, that's 10 minutes, or 10 minutes, 10 meters above us, so... And we don't know how many men they have. Well, I think if we look at it this way, if we get pinned, we have Second Lieutenant or Sergeant Lewis to rally them, so there is that. Well, let's just assault him. Seriously? Can we do another assault? No? Okay. Assault. These motorcycles, they're like Terminators or something. They're just not... They're mobilized, but they are not giving up, are they? Okay, let's move here. Might need to withdraw our men there and then move up the First Lieutenant Cutler to rally them up. Over here, so whom do we have? We have... So you are moving this way. You, men, 2 of you, gonna move up. Oh, seriously? Okay, you'll move up here in that case. Man, right. On the ground you go. Next turn they'll be able to get into the mix though. Oh dear. Yeah. I'm a little bit afraid that I'm not doing the correct thing by doing this, but it's just that their area of effect is so high that I need to be throwing shells down there so as not to injure my own men, but as you can see, that doesn't quite work that way. At least not all the time. Yeah, let us filter our men up. And then maybe next turn we can move them up here to kind of stem the tide. Because this seems to be like a lot of fresh men that just arrived. Over here. Yeah, let's attempt an assault. There we go. Not entirely successful, but we have rooted them out, and that is what's important. And we have how many turns left? 2 more turns left. Right, perfect. Alrighty. Alrighty. So, another assault. Finally, we have destroyed that motorcycle. Right, okay. That was good. That was good to do so. Over here, you know what? You move up here and you go here. You men start making your way down and towards this side of the map. Yeah, get out of there. Get out of there, right. Really, we should get up, right. Okay. Over here. That's fine. We will try and take out that unit. Over here, we are pinned, so...
Let's go.
Let's go.
Forward.
Unpin one. Would have been nice. Oh, there are still men here, right, okay, so... Yeah, we need to work on that side. Ah, man. No. No. So only you will fire. It's too dangerous for all men, so... Again, as much as I would like to be able to injure them and damage the enemy, we do need to preserve our own men. Over here, yeah, you can stay put. You are moving up, actually. Yeah, you're moving up here. And then next turn you can try and rally the men here. I don't want you to pile in with the rest of the men, so we'll keep you in reserve, and actually we can shoot with you, and we shall do so. Indisrupted. Shoot him up. Shoot him up. Alright. Taken out a bicycle, at least. That's good. Last turn, so... We can do 2 things. So first, rally up,
Forward.
rally up. Rally
Come
up.
on.
We can't. Over here. Can't really do much. They're pinned. Let's attempt an assault. We're all pinned, but they are also reduced. So what we'll do here is this. No. This. this. And this. Nope. Okay, we can shoot that way. We can shoot this way though. Okay, you can shoot, so let's shoot. Yeah, no. You men can just stay put for now. Over here. Ground. Attempt to assault up the hill. And here as well. There we go. And I feel like, can they shoot? There we go. Right. This is more or less now a mop-up. So, and of course next turn is the end of it. So right, let's move up here. All units have been considered, so let's see if the Germans can do anything in their turn. And then we'll talk a little bit how it went. But I think This Is Hell is definitely appropriate here. We have lost an inordinate amount of men. And we keep losing them. Actually, the best thing that could have been done was to move them away, but total points 72. We have achieved a major victory. We have lost 95 men storming this, and 3 leaders to boot, while we have annihilated 5 leaders and killed 80 men, 11 vehicles. So vehicles were bicycles and motorbikes, so not really nothing major. And 1 gun we have eliminated there, so a field gun. Actually, vehicles, there were 20mm AA guns, and I'm kind of wondering, are they considered as vehicles? Probably not, since it just says uncrewed. Don't know. Whatever the case is, that is that. So, let's just have a quick think of what we have done wrong, what we could have done better, and what has gone perfectly well. We have started with only men in these positions over here. Original plan was to take out the obstacles there with Bangalores and satchel charges and move up, plopping our support weapons along the way and assaulting in to try and take out this gun and take this objective, and this objective. Of course, none of these trenches over here were visible at all. They were totally invisible to us when we started the mission. We knew that we were getting reinforcements this side of the map, and we have decided to move up one way and then another way, blowing up an obstacle here in the process. What, of course, we didn't know, that all these mines were present. So all of these are actually mines. And we have lost quite a few men, and there was a lot of mines here as well. We have lost a lot of men trying to get up. and that was a little bit of an issue, especially because we knew there was a German position here, and we took our squad up into the standing position and moved up the hill. Not only were we blown up on a mine, we were also shot like 10 times from the AA gun, and that reduced our squad to 2 men only from, I believe, starting 9 or 12 men. That was not pretty. So the moral of the story is, if you need to go up a hill and you know that there is a position with enemy, better be safe than sorry and go up in the ground mode rather than standing up mode. But our barrages were quite effective initially. I have forgotten about our support off-map artillery a few times, but when I did not, they covered quite a nice area. And they have pinned, they have disrupted, and they have annihilated quite a lot of enemy men, which is very, very important for what we are going to be discussing next, and that is the advance on this position. We got bogged down here. We had a few men pinned, and our leader had issue going up the hill a few times. I was mucking about with standing up, getting down, etc., etc. So it is my fault that that happened. So this could have been done much, much better. Just move in the ground mode, go up, rally them up, keep pushing men forward. Our first unit, it was a full squad, made it here on turn 4, if I'm not mistaken, while the rest of the men were still either disrupted or pinned and were ever so slowly moving 1 hex at a time. In retrospect, this unit should have been accompanied by a leader, because they were pinned and they remained pinned for most of the battle, because the leaders were just mucking about in this area over here, trying to rally men with very little success. So, learning point, leaders should always accompany assault squads. Always, always, always. Because assault squad has very high likelihood of getting pinned after an unsuccessful assault. Our central advance worked really well, I think. We have softened them up with the mortars at that stage. We had all our mortars and HMGs firing that way, and we were able to pin them, to disrupt them, and demoralize them eventually, and reduce them quite heavily before our lead elements made there and assaulted and took the position. However, our lead elements took quite a lot of casualties from the fire from this hill over here. Right, our right flank assault didn't go well because I kept forgetting to check the elevation. I should have checked the elevation every single time, and because I didn't, a lot of our assaults have failed. Instead of assaulting from downhill up the hill, I think it doubles the enemy strength. We should have moved up the hill instead and then assaulted from the same height. That would have saved us a lot of issues in this right flank area. It is what it is, however, and we have done as much as we have done. We still have major victory with, what was it, 72 points? Something ridiculous like that? 72 points, yes. So, a lot of learning to take away from this, but in saying that, we have absolutely smashed this mission. So it is 9 o'clock my time, or 10 past 9, and I think starting a new scenario right now would be a little bit counterproductive. It will take at least an hour and a half to do it, and I am getting a little bit tired, and I do finish at 10 o'clock streaming, because I do need my beauty sleep. So I'd like to thank you all for watching who has been here throughout. If you're here, Bill, thank you so much for helping out with kind of information dumps. Just highlighting different aspects of the game for, of course, to help me out and to inform our viewers. But for now, though, we will be streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow's stream is... what was it? They All Good Men, or something to that effect. That is the name of the scenario. It is a fairly short scenario, so maybe we'll do 2 scenarios tomorrow. We shall see. Actually, no, I take that back. Tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursdays are armor days for me. I have 2 armor days a week. One is Thursday, one is Sunday. So unfortunately tomorrow I would not be able to stream, but on Friday we will be doing the stream at 1900 hours GMT. That's 7 p.m. for those not versed in 24-hour time. Well, nothing else left to say, but thank you again. And remember, kids, do gaming, not war.